I know a few people have been asking about the Solo Skiff, and I've made a lot of changes since I first started using it. Some of the changes is I added a trailer. Recently I bought the trailer from Academy. I got tired of putting it in the back of the truck and breaking my back. It's just too heavy. I know they show in some of the Solo Skiff videos lifting it in the bed of the truck, and I've done it before, but that's fine if you have a smaller size truck, you know, maybe a Tacoma or 1500 series truck. But my 3500, it's too high, and it just got to be too much. So I bought a trailer from Academy, and I'll kind of give you a walkthrough of some of the upgrades I've done and changes I've made and things that have helped me a lot fishing out on the water. So as you can see, I added the trailer. I put a stainless steel, I don't know what it's called, C ring or something like that, and then a stainless steel eye bolt through. That way the winch hooks onto this versus hooking onto just the handle. And I replaced the cord with a 550 cord. So I know that this thing, when I tried to hook the winch onto the handle, it just put too much strain on the handle. I don't think it's designed for that kind of cranking. So this works just fine. I could probably back it off just a notch. Once I get the Solo Skiff on the trailer and I get it tightened down, then I like to loosen that up just to keep the pressure off the nose so it doesn't deform in the heat. So as we move around the Solo Skiff, we can see that I got these straps from E-Trailer. It was a set of 4 for like 11 bucks. Not bad. I don't know what they're rated, 500 plus pounds, 1100 pounds, something weird like that. I keep my net and all my fishing tackle up here in the front. I've got a seat. I added this Millennium, I think it's Millennium seat. I keep getting bit by fire ants on my toes. Millennium Marine seat, and it's worked out really well. And I went with this seat because it was supposed to be lightweight. I think it was aluminum construction, so I've been fishing a lot of freshwater lately, but when I do fish salt, the seat should be able to withstand that. Now, I have seen where people put seats on their Solo Skiffs, and the one thing I initially did is I initially just mounted this plate. I didn't want to cut a giant hole for the, I don't know what this plate's called, but basically the receiver for the seat. So what I did is I flipped it upside down and I painted it with like hammered spray paint, Rust-Oleum, primered it first. And I had to grind down on this plastic piece for it to fit inside, and then I epoxied it together. When I mounted this plate directly onto the lid of this hatch, I noticed when I sat on it there was a lot of flex. So I bought this, I think it's 1/2 inch starboard. I think it might have been 50 bucks, and then put all stainless hardware. And if you see the bolt pattern, I just did 3 each. It looked even, looked symmetrical, but I put that on there and it doesn't flex at all. See if I can loosen this up so you can see on the underside. So on the underside, I put these big stainless washers, and then I used I don't know, some marine grade sealant, and I sealed everything up. So that's another thing that I added. Also, I've been using this, and I'm sure there's people that are going to say, oh, it's unsafe because it's not, I didn't get the, when it gets wet it deploys, because Lord knows if I fall in, I don't need it deploying just because I fell in. And what if it's right at the boat ramp, and then I have to buy a whole new one, and then I don't have that for the time being. So that's the seat, total game changer. I mean, it's so much nicer to use. And then I got a strap back here, and I sort of made this block this morning, but this is how I keep my engine. And then I put a strap down around the bottom, and I sort of put a V-notch in the board here. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna make something more permanent for this. Not something that mounts there. It's not gonna be permanently attached, but it's gonna be designed more for that. And not sure how I'll do that. I'll probably use marine grade stuff. But the trailer was, I think I got it on sale for like 500 bucks. It's the 14 foot trailer. It's plenty long enough. I'm sure I could go the next length up, but my garage doesn't accommodate it. The one thing I read in a lot of the reviews was changing out to LEDs. I tried to jerry rig it myself and make mine submersible or waterproof by sealing them, and that just totally failed. So I just ordered a set of lights on Amazon. It was like 18 bucks. The LED submersible, they work perfectly, no problems. And I think that's pretty much it. I'll show you how I have the straps strapped down for anybody else that might be doing this. So I've got this doubled around the bottom. Oh, the other thing too is I replaced the board. It had the little board, the 2x4 with carpet, and it just looked like garbage. So I I read some stuff on forums about using PVC trim board. So that's what I bought, and that's what I attached. I put I don't know what you call that. I don't know. I cut it at an angle at the top, and if you see, I did it on, well, you can't see, so we'll make you see. Either way, if you can't, I did it on the back too with these boards. But otherwise the trailer works great. The wiring sucked, so I drilled out underneath and I put grommets, rubber grommets, and then rewired it and cleaned it up. And then I used the waterproof type butt connectors or whatever, and redid that. I don't want a bunch of wires, because when you first buy the trailer, there's wires everywhere. It just looks like crap. But I tried to clean it up and make it look as nice as possible. Added more grease to the hubs and just tried to make it as nice and clean and neat and organized as possible. And then for the hitching system, or the lights, it came with just the 4 plug, the 3, or the 3, I don't know, the whatever's in line, and I replaced it with the I don't know, the round one, because that's what my truck uses. I just bought a lock. It's good enough to deter people. If someone's going to steal it, they're going to steal it whether it has a lock on it or not, but that at least deters people from taking it. Gas, I keep my gas still in the same gas can that it came with from the factory. And then recently I started just bundling all my rods with my paddle. Another thing too, I forgot to mention, I upgraded to the carbon fiber paddle. I met up with Tom, who made the Solo Skiff, and I bought one of the Solo Skiff paddles from the carbon fiber. I'll be honest, I don't really care that it says Solo Skiff. I like it, but I will concede that with it being carbon fiber, it's way nicer. It's way better. So I bundle all my rods together, and I put rod sleeves on and these reel covers, and it's kind of helped because I do a lot of woodworking projects in my garage and all my crap gets super dusty. So I also added a cover for the Solo Skiff. It's just a cheap $20 deal from Amazon, some Chinese piece of garbage, but it just keeps the dust off. And I got these bungees. I don't remember. They're like $11 from Amazon. I think they're called the Jaw bungee. It works pretty good, and you can tighten them. I can't mess with it now because I'm doing it one-handed, but you get the idea. It works really good. I put one at the end, one in the middle, and then one towards the tips of the rods. And it's nice because now all my stuff stays together and organized. And then my daughter got me this bag. So my 13-year-old is a super cheapskate, and she saves all her money, and she won't buy anything for herself, but she bought me this bag for Christmas. Pretty sweet, because she saw, I took her to Bass Pro Shops, I don't know, last year or the year before, and I bought one of these bags, same bag but smaller one for my soft plastics. And since I buy a ton of garbage, I outgrew it like stupid fast, so she bought me that bag. That's pretty much it. It's a whole lot of fun. I know people have been asking me, and I've been meaning to do a video. I've not been I've been using Instagram, and if anybody wants to check out the Instagram, it's Matthew, that underscore, whatever that bottom line is, and then Caskey, my last name. It should be in my YouTube in the description. But I post a ton of crap on Instagram, more than I do YouTube. YouTube it's almost too much work for me. I've gotten lazy. I can just post a picture on Instagram and then be done with it. But that's what the changes I've made, and I've really enjoy getting a trailer. So anyone who's thinking of getting a trailer, I highly suggest getting a trailer. The registration for it, once I bought the trailer, $500, I'd say another $100 of adding the lights and the grommets and other crap to the Solo Skiff. And then registration was, I did 2 years on the trailer. I might have spent a grand total of like 50 bucks for registration. So it's cheaper than the chiropractor, I'll say that much. And the trailer's brand new, so theoretically, I shouldn't have to worry about tires blowing out and hubs blowing out. I have not yet, but I'm gonna buy 2 sets of hubs, and I don't know if I'll buy 2 spare tires, but I'm gonna at least buy 1 spare tire. I may buy 2. And I plan to replace my hubs when I do my full service on the engine, because you could buy the entire hub for 40 bucks. So to me, 40 bucks is worth the peace of mind. Otherwise, that's it. Yeah, check me out on Instagram, and go check out the Solo Skiff. Get a freaking trailer, get a dang chair, and enjoy fishing. Adios.